Flower parts. Jessica, Jacka, and Veronica, and Sandy.
The pistil part is the female part of the flower. The ovule becomes seeds when fertilized. Fertilization occurs once the flower is pollinated. Germination is when it grows.
Seed dispersal. Seed dispersal is when an animal eats a seed and poops it out, and it grows into a tree. And when it gets stuck in birch fur by water and wind. Petals. The petals are colorful, and the petals attract bees, insects, and birds. Filament. The filament is a male part of the flower and helps support the anther. The ovary becomes a fruit.
Nice and loud.
The xylem part of the flower collects the pollen and is the female part of the flower.
It doesn't like me.
Just get closer to the computer for it to work.
The anther part of the flower holds the pollen and is the male part of the flower. The stamen is the male part of the flower.
Stigma. The stigma is the female part of the flower and is sticky and catches pollen. Pollination. Pollination is the movement of pollen from the stamen to the pistil. Sepal. Sepal protects the flower bud before it opens up.
Parts of a flower. Flowers are important to the earth. If we don't have flowers, we don't have food. The stamen is the male part of the flower. The anther holds the pollen and the sepal holds the buds. The pistil is the female part. Pollination is the first step. Fertilization is the second step and goes in the ovule. The ovule holds the eggs. The beautiful colors of the flowers attract the bees. The ovary protects the ovules for a nice home. The style makes the pollen go to the ovary. The stigma catches the pollen. The filament holds up the anther while the anther holds the pollen. When the wind or water or animals take the seeds to a new place, it is called seed dispersal. Germination is when the flower grows. Germination is when the flower grows.
Seed dispersal. When seeds are carried by winds, some fall to the ground and make new plants. Seeds are carried to another place by wind, water, animals, and humans to make new plants. Animals eat seeds and leave some behind, and it makes a new plant. The petal is very colorful, therefore it attracts different animals like bees, insects, and birds. The ovary becomes a fruit. The ovary is the female part of the flower.
Pollination occurs when bees fly over a flower with their bodies covered in pollen. The pollen goes down the pistil into ovary, which is where the ovules are. And the ovules, once they're pollinated, they become fruits. I have a card.
The stigma collects the pollen. The stigma is one of the most important parts of a flower.
A pistil is the long stick in the middle, which is the female part of the flower, but over the anther.
The stamen is the male part of the plant. Anther and filament are parts of the male plant. The ovule is the part of the plant that turns into an egg. The style supports the stigma. Stigma.
A anther is one of the male parts of the flower, which has the pollen on it and is under the pistil. A sepal is the part of the flower that protects the bud of the flower, which is the leaves on the bottom of the flower.
The filament is what supports the anther. Germination is pretty much the growth of a plant. Fertilization is the food for the plant.